Hey, this is back to myself with an update. I had relapsed at day 136. Now, as I think about it, I guess there was a point where I could have avoided it, where I would have still been on a no-fap streak. But because I couldn't control myself, now I am back to zero. So how did it all happen? As you all know, I told you many times that sometimes I work online. I try to work online like for a penny money, like really shit money. So as I was watching today advertisements, there was this porn website that had opened in that advertisement, and that stuff happened before quite a handful of times, where they put ads of porn websites. But usually what happens, I close it in the first 5 seconds, of it. Whereas today I did not do it. I let it stay open for about 1 minute, around 1 minute. And I didn't just let it stay open, but I did look at the porn images and some little porn video that was down at the bottom of the website that was like playing without audio in it. So there are two things about it that you have to understand. That I did not open that website on purpose, but I did let it stay open on purpose after it was opened in the advertisement. But that still wasn't as bad. At that point, after that, I recorded a video for the YouTube, for you, where I said that how the shit went on after I watched it for 1 minute, the website. I probably still wouldn't have closed it, but I felt like I'm coming. After I watched it like for 1 minute, I felt like, man, I'm coming. What the fuck is happening? And yeah, I came. That stuff didn't happen before. Like on a decent streak, I would have like to touch myself or to stroke the D in order to come. But this time, like, I didn't do any of that, but I just came just from watching porn images. And yeah, after that happened, I recorded a video where I said that I came for the first time in 136 days, but I am not counting that as a relapse, because I did not fap physically, I did not stroke the D, and I did not open that website or porn website on purpose. That's why I did not count it as a relapse at that point. So I recorded that video, and I even started uploading it on YouTube. I think like 25% of it gone uploaded. But man, I had like so sweet, horny feeling that I wanna watch some more. Like, oh, you already watched it. It's kind of a half relapse, who are you bullshitting, and that sort of stuff. But yes, I did have an urge to watch more, and I stopped uploading the video, and I went on Pornhub. Second time I watched like for probably another 1 minute some video, and yes, it was like so bloody sweet watching it. Like, man, like it's one of the biggest, I don't know, sweet things in the world. And I came again, and then I went on again to watch some more, the third time, but the third time it was like I almost forced myself to watch and to come again, of course with the stroking or fapping. So yeah, so overall 3 times, and now this update. But that's not all, that's definitely not all. Those of you who thought that no-fap is like really easy for me, or no PMO is like really easy for me, or a lot easier than no smoking, partially you are right, but partially you are very wrong. The no smoking is very difficult at the very beginning stage, like first 24 to 72 hours, where you crave for a smoke like too much. But afterwards you can deal with it all right. Whereas no smoking, no PMO, it's very easy, for example, not to watch for the first 24 up to 72 hours, but afterwards, after you have like sperm again build up down there in your genitals, and again you will start to have an urge again to watch it. So why am I saying this? Because clearly there was some other things that happened recently. For example, I would catch myself that if I stumble upon some just normal image on internet, if it's like a woman or if it's like a movie I'm watching or something else, I would like hold on to that. I would observe it a lot longer than I should. Or for example, like music video on YouTube, there is like tons of music videos, and you know, in half of them you would have like women or girls in it, like half naked in bikinis and shit. And I noticed that I've watched like a couple of those in the last couple of days ago. So that was another sign that something is wrong. Another thing that happened last night, I had a erotic dream, quite strong one, but I didn't have like a semen leakage or something. No, but that was another sign that something is wrong. And one more thing, yes, about the cold showers. Cold shower, today is the second day that I did not do the cold shower. So yesterday was the first official day that I missed my cold shower routine. It's like out of 7 days. I think I've done it like for a week, the cold showers, or at least 6 days. And yesterday I missed it for the first time. And today is like, now is like 5 o'clock in the evening, and of course I did not do the cold shower routine, and I didn't even do the exercises today. all these that I've just said the last couple of minutes, here is my point, at least how it works for me. For example, if I want to learn some good habits, so if I'm trying to change myself, you get like on a train, right? You get on a train and you do all this good stuff that you should be doing. For example, for me it was the good stuff is equal not doing the bad stuff. So for example, no smoking is like a really big deal for me. Although I have to admit, like after I relapsed today with no PMO, I did have a thought that I should go, and I still have that thought that I should go and have a smoke. I should go like to my neighbor and have a cigarette, which I hope I will not do. Like it will be like the shittiest, stupidest mistake of my fucking life, like second stupidest mistake after the first stupidest mistake is when I learned how to smoke when I was 20 years old. And this will be like second if I ever do that shit. Today is, by the way, I think 106 days of me not smoking. So back to what I was saying. So you get on that train, you do all those good stuff, or you don't do some bad stuff, along with you learn to do some good stuff. So I wasn't smoking, I wasn't PMOing, I wasn't fapping, I wasn't looking at porn images on purpose. At some point I was trying not to drink caffeine. At some point I was trying not to consume sugar. As a matter of fact, I still trying to do that, but I eat honey instead. I was trying to learn cold showering, like to make it a habit, which worked for me to some extent, but not as I was hoping, like completely. I was trying to make a habit of making a evening run every day, like the jogging. Also, I did that. For the last probably like 1.5 months, I've been trying to do an intermittent fasting. Like firstly, it started off as of Sundays, like I would abstain from meal from Saturday evening till morning of Monday, but lately it was Saturday off, like no meal. But here is the thing, here is the whole point that I'm trying to make. For me it works like this. If I'm staying on all those good things that I should be doing and stay away from the bad things, but if I start like letting myself do something a little bit bad. For example, I started drinking coffee without a cigarette. First I was trying to drinking without sugar, but that tasted like shit. So I started with honey or with sugar at my neighbor's. Then I really have big issues with sleeping cycle. So if I'm trying to get up early and I do that and then I miss it getting up early, for example, I miss, instead of like waking up at 4 or 5 or 6 a.m., I would wake up at 10, 11 or 12 a.m. That is another excuse for me, like not to do something else. For example, the last time I had intermittent fasting, also, even my father abstained from meal like it was planned originally, but I couldn't. I started eating at Saturday evening because I was working very hard during the day physically, and I just wanted to eat so bloody much that I went and ate the food. Another example, yesterday was the first time that I missed my cold shower routine. So, do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? That after I let myself to not to be like proper in what I should have done, a little bit this, a little bit that, and this will all be leading to worse and worse stuff, like relapse. It did happen, and I'm almost on a at a milestone of like starting smoking. Even those thoughts I have. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'm starting like rumbling. So this was an update. Relapse. It does fucking happen. Yes, and another thing. I started feeling like really bad after I did it on purpose the second and third time. It's like I already regretted that I decided to do it. Like little minor things, like this beard will have like to go away, because before I was only like straighten it out, but now it will have to go away completely. The second thing, it's because I'm back to zero. I'm back to square zero, or square one, I don't know how it should be called, which means that the number that I have in my head